Hello and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Waypoint, a series where we talk about my life. And we'll get to what game we're playing in just a bit. It's a game from my childhood that I love very much. But first of all, I feel like I should address the elephant in the room because a lot of people know me, and I feel like I should probably talk about it on the Weekly Waypoint, and that's that I've had a pretty terrible week. I'm not going to go hugely into detail because this is a fairly light-hearted series that I enjoy making, and, well, I'm tired of being sad, but Friday last week we had to put my cat to sleep. If you've been following the channel or my Twitch streams at any point, you'll probably have noticed me talking about Coral every now and again, saying that she's trying to get into the video by making various noises or all this kind of thing. But basically, yeah, she's been my best friend, and losing her is one of the hardest things I've gone through, and I've gone through some shit. To people who have never owned a pet before, they might think it weird that, you know, you could be this sad over a cat, but trust me, some cats for sure are assholes who just snub you and don't care about you, but some rare cats are just so full of love, and Coral was such a unique cat in that regard. And if you want more information on her, I'll be writing some stuff about her in my blog post. I do a monthly blog post series. I'll do a whole write-up about her individual quirks and stuff and my favourite things about her, and I've put plenty of pictures of her up on Twitter over the years and some videos of her which I might feature again at some point on my Twitter page. But safe to say I have been extremely sad over the last few days, but that's nothing compared to the years of happiness that she's given me. So anyway, back to video games then, yeah? The footage you are currently watching is from a game called RC Revenge, which is one of my favourite childhood games ever made. It is a PlayStation 1 game, but I'm currently running on an emulator, and the reason why I have it on an emulator on my PC now is because I've decided to do an exciting new Twitch streaming series called Megabyte Avenue, a name which I'm kind of chuffed about, to be perfectly honest. The idea is that I'm just going to be doing playthroughs of my childhood games. Mostly PS1 to start with. I haven't seen if I can emulate PS2 games at all, or DS games or anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be going through my PS1 library because me and my dad got to talking about PlayStation 1 games a while back, and he's ordered in a PS1, and I was watching him playing them, and I was like, man, I wish I could stream these games. And then I realised that, oh wait, hang on a minute, emulators exist. So that's what we're doing. So the VOD for part 1 is already over on Kritigri Live if you want to go watch that. Reese is in it, so that's more than reason enough to go watch that. And I have so many exciting games lined up for us to play throughout the course of this series, and I'm super excited to get on it, and it's kind of keeping me going until a pre-patch of WoW drops, because obviously I want to do, as I've mentioned so many times at this point, that series where I level through every expansion and do the story mode stuff on that. In gaming news this week, because there sure has been gaming news this week, the Xbox Series S is the one I'm getting. I have come to a decision, and I'll probably get a PS5 somewhere towards the middle of its life cycle when I have a bit more money and all that, but I've never owned an Xbox, so the Xbox Series S is an amazing value to me personally. Also, I just fell out of a world there, and I do not remember that ever happening in all my years of playing this game, so you got some fun footage there. The Series S/X pre-orders have gone up today at 8 in the morning. It's currently 10 in the morning, well actually it's 11 now, and they're all sold out. So I'm slightly bummed out because I wanted to be able to get one, but maybe they'll put up more orders soon enough. I mean, the game website is apparently down for maintenance, but I think they just don't want to admit that they've run out of Xboxes already. Super Mario 64 Sunshine and Galaxy are now available on the Switch, and I'm actually able to afford them through a series of events that I think I've already described on a Weekly Waypoint, but just in case I haven't, bought a double game voucher about a year ago in it, and I'm finally, claiming the second one. And so I've been playing some Super Mario 64 today. I want to do it in chronological order, so I haven't tried the other two yet. And I'm about halfway through the game. I play it in very small bursts, I'll turn it on and grab a couple of stars. I won't sit down and properly play through it. And I think my intention for that series is going to be, I have kind of been going for almost every star that I can get at the time when I jump into the level. But I think now I'm probably just going to try and beat the game, because it is a fairly short game if you just do it that way, and then after playing Sunshine and Galaxy I'll do the same thing there. I won't go for 100% initially, and then I'll just go back through them whenever I want, because there will always be extra content for me to do, a little bit like with Super Mario Odyssey, which I still have not 100% completed. It's nice to know there's always fresh gameplay to go back to when I want it. I just realised the PlayStation 5 event was this week, wasn't it? Yes, it was. I haven't done a weekly Waypoint since then. Yeah, so that was a very good presentation of games and stuff, but weirdly enough, it also kind of swayed me towards the Xbox Series S a little bit more, because despite that presentation being a really good showcase of the games they're going to get, at the same time some of them are coming to PC, so I should hopefully be able to play them if I want to. But also it came out afterwards that they're going to be pricing their games at £70, which for those of you who are not aware is around $95. So yeah, there's a way bigger price increase for the general game when it comes to the UK as opposed to the US. You get a little $10 increase, we get a £20 increase, that's my alarm, which is substantially more. And I bought the PS4 fairly late in its life cycle, so there's still plenty of PS4 exclusives I can play that I haven't got to experience yet, and all this kind of stuff. I'm still very happy with my PS4, so I think I've decided I'll get the PS5 later in its life cycle, and I'll get the Xbox Series S at £20 a month for 2 years, because it'll be like my Game Pass machine, and also like I'll be able to visit the back catalogue of Xbox games which I never played. I've just realised, every day I realise something new that's going to be in there. The Forza games, I've played Forza Horizon 4, but it doesn't run very well on my PC. I'll be able to run it well, and then also I'll be able to play the older Forza games too. Every day I think of something new. And very excitingly, yesterday's news, well, excitingly or not, actually, it's kind of a double-edged sword, but Bethesda are now part of Xbox, their first-party Xbox, which still feels so weird to say, but it is the truth. And I don't know if that means The Elder Scrolls 6 will be Xbox and PC exclusive. That would suck. I would actually lose respect for Bethesda if they did that. But the statement Phil Spencer put out was that they're going to honour existing exclusivity deals, and then future games exclusivity will be on like a case-by-case basis. So I think what that basically means is that they recognise it would be kind of shitty to deny PlayStation 5 players Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes out, and like if there's a Fallout 5 or anything. I think the idea is that, hey, like people, like, because there are people who will only have a PS5, they won't have a PC or an Xbox or anything like that, and for them to have been excited for this IP for so long and then to have it wrenched away from them wouldn't just look bad for Bethesda, it would also look bad for Xbox, and I don't think either of them want that. I think Phil Spencer's a pretty well-grounded dude when it comes to decisions like that. Also, Minecraft comes to PlayStation VR later today, or it might be out now, I haven't checked yet, and I'm very excited to see if I can stream it before work, so keep an eye on Twitter for that. See if I get to do that. I'm really excited because I've been following Minecraft since, I'll probably go into this on the stream as well, but I've been following Minecraft since it was in dev, so before it was even an infinitely like generating world. It just used to be like this little island you would start on. That's how long I've been following this game for. That's like 10 years. And to be able to experience it in VR sounds crazy. Like, obviously you won't have the Move controllers, which is a bit of a shame, but having owned a VR device, honestly, the big sell is that you get to experience that world in VR. The other stuff, it does matter, but not so much initially. And the update is free anyway, so I'm not too fussed. The final World of Warcraft Afterlives short came out, and I should also mention that I know I haven't done my thoughts on for it yet. I don't know if I'm going to. Obviously this was right around the time when we had to put my cat to sleep, so I was not in the mood to make an analysis video on a World of Warcraft short, sadly enough. And now that I've seen Taliesin and Evertel's version of it, because I basically just needed distracting video content, I wasn't going to wait until I made my own. I don't know if I want to do it because of, you know, accidental plagiarism and stuff like that. Like, they've pointed things out that I definitely did not see, and that would definitely come up in my analysis. But maybe I'll just do a shorter one. Maybe I'll put a disclaimer at the start. Maybe I'll talk more about the Afterlife stuff by itself. I know people liked it when I did the Ardenweald one, but yeah, well, we'll see. I'm still thinking about that one. It bugs me that I've got them as an incomplete series, but at the same time, I've got fairly good reason for it. But yeah, the shorts were fantastic, and I just distracted myself by imagining that I was talking about a physical pair of shorts. No, there's been an image of the jailer on the cover of PC Gamer, and he's all CGI looking, and that would have been an asset that Blizzard sent over for them to use as promotional material. and Blizzard wouldn't have just made a CGI asset of the jailer. They wouldn't have spent all of that time and money making that for just a PC Gamer cover, would they? So the more Covenant CGI trailers, maybe with some Bolvar in it, maybe, because he's already got a model. I don't know, I'm just throwing wild ideas around at this point. Also, prepatch is on the horizon, just around the next corner, just across the way there. You can't quite reach it, but we promise you it's soon. It's downloaded on the launcher, and I want it. But we've still had no announcement about it. It is Tuesday today, so maybe we'll get an announcement, but it's coming next week. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But a lot of people are speculating 2 weeks from now. I just want prepatch, just give me prepatch, I'm impatient. Thank you for watching this episode of a Weekly Waypoint. Tune in next week to see if I manage to snag an Xbox in the end or not. The answer's probably not, but I'm gonna keep trying today, okay? I mean, you could just follow me on Twitter to get that same thing, but where's the fun in that? I mean, also please do follow me on Twitter. I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing that. That's a perfectly valid option. I'm just putting my foot in my mouth right now, and it doesn't taste nice. I should probably go and wash my foot, to be honest, because, man, is that Gorgonzola? Gross, dude.